Good morning, everyone. It is so good to be here, and thank you for having me on board with the She Talks group. I'm excited to share some great information with you today. So, I want you to grab a cup of tea. I want you to kick back and join me in the next hour for a holistic way of looking at how to up level your business. So, let's begin. I'll give you a little bit of information about myself first. My name's Nicola Salter, and I specifically help women leadership like yourselves with your own businesses create a much better work-life balance and help you multiply your incomes by working with you to redefine your niche and scale without the burnout and the overwhelm. I've been doing this for 30 years now, and I've helped over 18,000 individuals, I'm very happy to say and honored to say, to help these women become the experts in their field, to help them identify and leverage their untapped talents that they can monetize and broaden their horizons with, actually, and even help them take their career to the next level and also their business. Ultimately, I help them to work smarter, not harder. And I love what I do. I love sharing information to help women grow. I love helping to share information to help women improve their mindsets behind their business to help them accomplish the success that they would like to achieve. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the stages in up leveling your business in a way that breaks the mold and that are holistic. It's a different way of doing business. So you're going to discover why you should up level yourself and your business. And you're also going to discover how important it is to do that inner up level, that work in terms of finding the mindset space to take yourself and your business to the next level, because ultimately your business is an expression of you. Then we're going to look at your outer up level. So the outer up level is your strategy, defining what you offer, your solution, the results, and the impact and the value that you want to make. And then we're going to look at owning your authority and expertise in your business and really stepping up to the plate to believe in who you are and look at all those steps you've taken over the years that have got you to where you are today and what you have accomplished. You are amazing. Okay, so diving in. Taking your life and your business to the next level means defining a new success model that really aligns with your values, your community, your intuition, and also your accomplishments. So, what that means is a success model that really incorporates what you believe in, who you want to work with, and how you want to use that amazing feminine intuition that you've been blessed with, that inner voice, and the accomplishments that you want to see for yourself moving forward now and into next year. What's next year going to look like? Where do you want to put your attention? And where do you want to put your energy? So, oftentimes, we can step into up leveling our businesses because we think we have to and don't really look at what is behind that decision to do so. Quite often, many women have reached a point in their lives with their businesses where perhaps they need to increase sales and they want to increase sales because they want to pay themselves more of a decent income and pay themselves a salary that they deserve. Many of us don't pay ourselves enough when we're first starting our businesses. And after a while, begin to feel, hey, we're putting all this effort and energy into our work. It's time that we got something out of it for ourselves. Also, attracting the clients that you would like to work with. Those clients you may have been working with for years so far and have been amazing, and you've loved, working with them to achieve success for them and for yourselves. But perhaps there's another niche that you would like to open up to and define a new market for yourself. And this market might be the market who are going to pay for the higher ticket item that you would like to offer and who will create sustainability for you. Perhaps you want to define a new offer, a product, or a service that does connect you with your clients, with results that you love, that you genuinely believe in, that you want to bring more authenticity into your business, We are moving into more of a heart-based wisdom way of doing work in the corporate world, in the business world, and coming up with an offer that really makes you feel like, yes, this is bringing a great deal of value to my clients at a price that's higher, but is worth it and is going to bring the results that are important to you. Now, also up leveling can mean to you, you know you're meant for more. Come on, you know you are meant to be doing more. And taking the next step to do this is super important in terms of your inner work that we're going to talk about in a moment, but also believing in it. Watching other women around you who can inspire you is very important when you're looking to up level. Looking at women who have achieved like the six-figure incomes, who have created more balance in their life between work and life. And they are the ones that you could look to actually follow in their footsteps, because it can be done, but it comes from inside, knowing that you do deserve more. You're meant for more. Your messaging and branding might be outdated, and this is another reason why you want to up level. Excuse me, a cup of tea. And what this means is that perhaps you've been using the same message, the same look on your products for a number of years now, and it's not quite trending with what's trending out there. So you might decide, you know what, I need a new look. I need a new burst of energy into my business. I need to reach those new sales I want to do. I need to relook at my messaging and what I'm actually saying. We then got, of course, increasing your prices so that you can work less, you can work more effectively, you can work smarter, not harder. And of course, that impact you want to make with your community that you love. There's a specific group of people that you love supplying your services to. You get a lot of fulfillment out of it when you're making a sale. You get excited. You love to see how they move forward with your products and services. This is what business is all about. And this is one of the reasons that you would want to up level. So up leveling the way you want is really important in terms of remembering now that as a woman, you do things differently to the way a man would do things in business. Okay. Women are far more intuitive in business. They set a goal and they will take the steps and cover all the detail to get to achieving that goal. And I'm not saying men don't, but they have a slightly different way of accomplishing their goals. And we struggle with that old male version of creating success. Men are like, let's go out, let's work 18 hours. We just focus on that. We're not taking care of home, family, parents. We are there to create and generate money. And so women are not aligned with that. That's not where we're at. We're like, no, I want to keep my family going. I'm got to create more balance. The kids are important to me just as much as success and work is. So we don't find that old way of success in a man's world nurturing, but we still want to work. And we want to experience success, as I said, using those intuitive abilities that we have to see the bigger picture. Our ability to multi-skill is amazing. It can lead us to burnout and overwhelm, but in balance, it's really important that we can. It's such a great gift. We want to feel visible, right? We want to feel visible and we want to feel at ease and combine all of what's important to us and what we need and the priorities we want to create for ourselves confidently without any judgment from anyone, including our female counterparts and colleagues. Women can often, sadly, not always come together as a community. They can be a little competition, a little backbiting sometimes. So we want to be able to present what we want without anyone saying to us, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Are you sure you should be doing this? And second guessing us. And it's up to us to set that standard, to start creating that success model and what that looks like and staying on track with it so that we can up level and do things how we want to do them. So as women, we want to make money. Yeah, we want to make money. Of course we want to make money. We want to feel accomplished. And I use the word accomplished rather than the word success, because accomplished has got more of that continuous flow attached to it, right? Success feels like a final destination. And success can, for some of us, feel a little overwhelming and a little overbearing and a bit stressful, actually. So, feeling accomplished incorporates all those elements of success, but also brings in that feeling of fulfillment. So, we want to feel aligned with what's important to us, right? It's really important when we work as women that we work with something that is very important to us and that we feel the connection, we support our community, and we are, with that word, successful in our own right. And ultimately, up leveling is creating more freedom for ourselves, freedom to spend more time with the family, freedom to take more vacations, the freedom to not perhaps go into the office or work for a morning so we can go off and do some self-care, whether that's a dental visit, gynecological visit, or a trip to the spa. That would be nice, wouldn't it? We want to find and live our purpose. And that purpose is what you're here to do, what ultimately has brought you here today, your journey, the experiences you've had, and where you want to put those experiences and the difference you want to make in the world. And that's where I help women to define that. I help women to define their purpose, their mission statement, their unique brilliance, if you like. So it becomes easier to stay on track with the products or services that they are providing. So we love having that creativity, right? We're so creative to carve out that worthy, valuable financial future that we really want, that combines everything that I've just said, and ultimately that we feel fulfilled by. And then empowered by, because when we feel all of these things together, it's like all the jigsaw puzzle pieces coming together. And we feel that empowerment, that confidence that comes up that we can share with our children, can share with our partners. They see it in us because we believe in what we're doing and we're making a difference. And this is all going on behind that step to up level of your business because it brings more balance in your life where you're working more effectively and smartly. All right. So taking all of those points that I've just said that are going on behind the scenes, that I would really encourage you to look at before you even begin to up-level yourself and your business. We want to make sure that we're doing something that doesn't take all of our time when we up-level, okay? And it doesn't demand perfection. If you are finding yourself overworking, if you're continuously chasing that carrot, that elusive carrot of what could be, perhaps you're even afraid to relax in case everything falls apart. Or maybe you're afraid to slow down after you finish a project and you go straight on to the next. Got to keep everything going, got to keep the momentum going. And maybe you're even really good at your own personal development. You're always learning, you've got a growth mindset, you're motivated and inspired, but you can't seem to apply this to your actual work and your leadership of others. You might be competing with other women and men. You might not be really working in alignment with who you really are, but who you think you are. So what that means is that you are doing a business or service that you think everyone else wants you to do. And what you really want to do, you may have had a few comments from others of, well, that's never going to work. Or, oh, don't believe in that. Okay, so that's really disconnecting you from who you are and your purpose and the impact behind what you originally set out to do with your business has gone and got lost. And before you know it, you're looking to up level, but you're not quite sure why you're up leveling. And with all those previous points I just raised, it's going to take some time to reset your mindset first before you even go into up leveling so that you can make sure you know your why you're doing this, and that this up level, this increase in services or a new product that you're bringing in really matches what you want to see and has been researched, of course, and we'll talk about that shortly, so that your mindset is the power, the driving force behind the success of this up level that you're going to make. So the number one biggest misconception that I see most women making for themselves and in their business is that need to be perfect. If we're not perfect, if the product and service is not perfect first off and out of the gate, we won't be good enough. We will be seen as failures. We'll be criticized. We'll be judged. We won't be accepted. We've got to be perfect because otherwise we won't be rich enough. And there are so many other excuses that come with this. And this can lead to paralysis and our failure to go to the next level. And it's not entirely our fault. Okay. It's not entirely our fault. Uh, Culture, society, social thinking, all those years of oppression that women have had, in the past have got us to this place where we think we need to be perfect. As little girls, we were brought up to believe that we shouldn't speak up, we shouldn't say what was really on our mind. We had to be perfect and sit nicely and be quiet. And we've taken that on into our nervous system and our wiring and our behavioral patterns to believe that to be true. And of course, then as we feel that need to be perfect, we fail to launch. We don't move up to that next level. We get too tied up with that need to be perfect and have everything all lined up and all our ducks in a row. So at this point, you are thinking about leveling, and any one of the things that I've mentioned just recently is going to make it difficult to up level your brand or business. And it might not work. So here's what we do. You've got to be completely behind what you're doing and really believe in it and embody that potential of expansion of where you're going to be going next and be excited about it, curious about it, motivated, inspired. Because if not, if you stay in this fear-based pattern, what if this fails? Or what if I'm not good enough? Or what if I don't get enough time to be with my family or my relationship? Or what if this is just me pretending, to be bigger than I am? And it's my ego and I don't deserve this. And am I worthy? And the loop goes on and on and on and on. Okay. We get stuck in this fear, in this inner world. It's time to dream big, sister. If you settle into the negative of all those what ifs that are spinning in your mind, you're going to manifest more of them. You're focusing too much of them and you're going to fail because you're putting all that energy into the negative rather than the positive, what you want to accomplish, what your next steps are, your strategy, the excitement around it, pulling people in to support you. All right. So pull your mind out. If there's any kind of negativity going on at the moment, or fear or dread of up leveling for next year, you've got to decide to put that to one side. All right. We're going to talk about that in a little bit of how we do this. So another one of the things I see is imposter syndrome. A lot of you have heard about this before, probably raising an eyebrow. So my cat's here with me today, as you can probably hear. Imposter syndrome is that fear of being visible. Gosh, you're going to up level and then you're suddenly going to be seen. Everyone's going to know what you're doing. It's like when I up level to my program, the Redefine Yourself program, it's like everyone knew me in one service I was providing. And then suddenly here was this new service that I was being seen as very visible through all the promotional work I was doing. And Nicola was being seen in a new way. And it was a little worrying. I was like, oh gosh, what are people going to think now I've moved into this? All of the things I just told you not to do, I was doing myself with those what ifs. And the imposter syndrome is a resistance to be seen because we don't want to be compared with others. We have a fear of, am I going to be good enough? As so-and-so's, Jane Doe's already doing this and she's already doing it really well. And maybe people will compare me. All right. So this is imposter syndrome and it's a monster, right? It's an absolute monster. And as women, it will get in the way of your business. When you're sure of who you are, the value you bring, the transformation that you create in people's worlds, and the problems that you solve, they will always guide you in the right direction to your success. And imposter syndrome will not have a moment to look into your life. It will be gone, completely gone. Because when you know who you are, what you're here to do, your why, when you know that you're making a difference, the value that you bring with the service that you're providing, and it's in your mind, you know exactly what it is. And then the transformation that happens with people's lives because of what you're creating, and the problem that you're actually solving for somebody by giving them a solution on a plate empowers you. It builds confidence. But it's really important that you look at that and you know that. And this is what I do in my coaching. I help women discover this so they can easily go out and present themselves. We forget that we own our business and it doesn't own us. And we forget that we have choices, right? You have a choice to work 16 hours today, or you have a choice to wrap it up after 4 hours, go and take the dog for a walk, come back, and then continue if you wish, right? You've always got choices in terms of how you want to work, how you want to up level. You are the leader of your business, okay? You own it, you direct it, you navigate the ship, you're the one telling it where to go. You have the compass. It is not the other way around where your business is telling you what it needs you to do. All right. You are there and you are in control. And this is your empowerment. And this confidence to navigate your business comes from remembering all of those windows of success and accomplishment you have had over the years. And you can do this again when you come to up level. Looking at, rather than the what if this fails, look at what I did for the last few years. Look what I accomplished and it worked. So there's no reason why that's not going to happen again with this. All right. So finding this new mindset to reset your fear and past beliefs is really important. And to up level, we need to significantly shift our thoughts and beliefs so that we can create better results. If you don't believe you can sell 10K a month, you won't. Sometimes it takes a discombobulation, a life-changing event that will actually drive us to believe that we can generate, let's say, a certain income a month. It can take an event to actually kick our butts and say, you know, it's time for you to get out there and get out of your comfort zone and get out of that safe space that you've created in your current business and move into that next level, and go to that raise the bar moment of, yeah, let's go up to 20K a month, let's go up to 30K a month, let's go up to 100K a month, whatever it is, product or service that you're selling. Mindset energetics are super important to do this first step before you go into defining that next phase. It's working on yourself every day. And it's defining one overriding negative emotion that keeps popping up. Okay. So that one negative emotion that keeps popping up could be, I'm not good enough. I'm overwhelmed. It could be, I don't want to feel rejected. It's usually a negative emotion that comes from an experience that you've had and has grown out of proportion because your brain has run with this idea, this story of a negative experience and turned it into something that's running your brain literally and has created a neural pathway in your brain that has you believing that this is the truth. So whatever it is, choose one overriding negative emotion. It could be fear. It could be fear of success. It could be fear of abandonment. It could be, as I said before, rejection. You know, what is it that's preventing you from moving forward to your next step? If there is anything, and there might not be anything preventing you from moving to your next step at this moment in time, but there could be something in your personal world that keeps showing up, a pattern that you keep repeating that is a trigger in terms of how you react to situations at home, a trigger of how you react to people at work based on an experience you had when you were a child. Maybe you feel you have to over justify yourself, that you keep feeling judged by people when in fact people are just asking you questions and you're taking it personally. So you see where I'm going with this? There's a lot to this. So choose one overriding negative emotion and start by giving yourself some self-talk. So this is about self-observation, really self-regulating that emotion. When it comes up, you literally, as if you're another person looking at it, saying, where did you come from? Right? Thank you for showing up, being with the discomfort of that belief, and then reassuring yourself that this is a story that you've told yourself and that you have choices and the potential to change this by redirecting your focus into a different story of looking at the potential of what could happen when you accomplish everything you want to accomplish. Keep focusing on that freedom, the why you are up leveling. Okay. Then you want to combine this with some deep breathing. It's called the quick coherence method. It's devised by the Heart Math Institute as well, researched. And what this is, it's resetting that thought with some deep breathing and generating the feeling of gratitude. So taking a deep breath in for 6, deep breath out for 6, focusing on the center of your chest and imagining your breath flowing in and out of your heart. And as you do so, activating a feeling of gratitude, a feeling of gratitude for something like a place, pet, person, child. As you breathe, really generating that feeling. Okay. Tapping into that feeling of gratitude. It's not always easy to do at first, but as you do it and as you're doing it with me, even thinking of something that makes you feel grateful, okay? And then trying to find that feeling attached to it. You know, maybe it's lying in bed in the morning and the dog's lying on the bed, if you allow that, the cat's lying on the bed, or you're all snuggled up with your partner and kids. That feeling of what it's like, you know, just regenerate that feeling of gratitude. And you'll notice as you do this that you begin to relax. And there's a peacefulness that comes. And it's not so easy to generate that feeling, that negative self-talk when you're in that space. So I would really recommend you do this. I use this all the time with my clients. I use it at the Anxiety Center where I'm a counselor and consultant, and it works a dream. And if you do this all the time, don't even do it just when you get anxious or you have a negative thought. You'll start to find your triggers reduce, and you'll start to find that you feel less overwhelmed and you don't take things so personally. Remember your purpose too. Why are you doing this? So as soon as you start going into that negative, do self-talk, reset, and then reconnect with your purpose, your why. What is it you're here to do? What is it you want to accomplish and feel fulfilled by? So instead of going from I'm not good enough, all right, shift into look what I achieved this week. Focus on those small wins, no matter how small they are, they still count. And change what if I can't make this deadline into, or this product or service, change it into I've met deadlines before. I'm excited to do this project, all right? And take this next step. So move into curiosity, move into excitement. And this is the energy, the mindset energetics, your words and self-belief that you need to have behind up-leveling your business. So change your I have to up-level my business into I get to up-level. I am so excited. Do you see the difference? Have to is such a burden. Having to do something rather than getting to do something. I get to do this. And you'll notice as you start talking to your team or talking to your partner, you know, I get to do this means I get to feel fulfilled. Isn't that amazing? And there's such a positive energy that comes with this. And it's also very inspiring and very motivating. So you got to love your business process. You've got to love your business process, ladies. You have to love your process and be committed to scaling and leveraging who you really are all right, so that you can monetize because you are the essence of your business. Your business is the expression of you. So believing in your authority, please. How many years you've been doing this, the success you've had, the accomplishments, the sense of fulfillment, own it. Keep looking at that. Be proud of it. It's not egotistical. Own that experience that you've had. Okay. So authority, people listen to you. They buy from you. They enjoy being with you. And they appreciate your experience that you're bringing. They want your experience, right? That's what they want. They're not worried about anything else, but they want the experience you're bringing and the solution that you're providing. So know your purpose, reconnect with your why, because believing in what you're doing is so, so paramount. Because if you don't, the clients are not going to either. All right, so take a moment, grab some tea, cup of tea, a little sip here. I'm drinking hibiscus tea right now. Hibiscus tea is really good for your heart. It's also good for blood pressure. Anyone out there got any blood pressure issues? Hibiscus tea is really good for blood pressure. So let's look at moving from that inner mindset up level that you've had, now moving to your outer up level, right? This means your product or service. What do you want your up level to achieve for you? Freedom, right? Why are we doing this? Why are we going to put all this work into up level scaling? Freedom. Do you want more balance in your life? Do you want to work more smartly, as we've said? Do you want to feel more accomplished? Do you want those regular 20K salary months that you're paying yourself? Or do you want to get ready to exit and sell? What is it that you're doing this for? Okay, so the intention and energy for yourself behind your up level is paramount to achieve them, as I said before. So, looking at your strategies and actions to up level are super important. All right, timelines, goals, who you need on board to help you up level, how you can do product development, if it's a product or if it's a service, where are you starting from? Okay, and what actions are you going to need to take to get there? What's your deadline? So let's begin with what's worked in the past, making it super easy if you're going to up level. Is there any way that you can take something that's worked in the past and then look at what hasn't worked in the past in terms of your services, making sure that you don't repeat that again and you focus on, of course, it makes sense, all of those things that have worked for you and making more of those. So where do you see yourself up leveling, right? Where? What market, what niche, and with what do you want to up level with? And do you want to spend more time on social media promoting yourself or not? Are you going to head for the hills, which we'll talk about in a few moments? What is it you want to get behind, put all your attention on, and work on fully believing in what you're doing and loving and knowing that this is something that's trending and creating a solution? So, in part of your strategy, if you want to increase your prices without losing business, it means you're going to have to redefine what you're going to up level, right? What is the solution you provide? So, this is really important. I mean, I know it's common sense, but sometimes we need to be reminded of this. What is the solution you provide with your service? Think about that right now. What is the solution? All right. Because this is what you're going to sell, of course, to your clients, and you're going to go in as a solution provider with your product or service. What are the results that people can expect from your service or product when you up level? And what impact on your client will this make? And how are you going to measure that? All right. Is it going to be, how's it going to be quantifiable? What key performance indicator are you going to have? Like, where were you before you used the product and where are you now? Is it in the amount of income you generated, or is it in the number of sales you made? Or if it's a beauty product, it's like if your skin was really dry and itchy before, or is it now smooth and moisturized? You know, these things. It's like, what are the benefits? But how are you going to measure that? How are you going to gather that information from your clients so that you can pack that into your marketing? And finally, what is the value that you bring? All right. You're up leveling, but who is your business? What do you stand for? Do you support any charities? Are you giving back a percentage of your income to charity? Or maybe are you volunteering? Um, the value you bring is the value of what you're bringing to the community as a whole and the difference that you're making. So this is the best way to attract your niche clients and charge a higher price point when you start talking more about impact, transformation, and solutions. So identify, and I'm sure you do this a lot, but what is their biggest problem or challenge? Oftentimes, if we're selling to larger companies, it's hard to know what that might be. So digging into their websites and looking at their policies and doing Google searches and going on LinkedIn will often give you a good segue into understanding what challenges some companies are going through. Um, and there could be news reports, for example, going on of losses, for example, or maybe they're not taking care of their staff enough, and you could go in and offer some self-care techniques and health services that you could provide, to support their staff. What is the solution you can provide that really accurately meets the challenge that this ideal client you want to work with has? And how do you share with them what that solution is? And this is usually the most affordable way of up-leveling and getting in direct contact with your clients to talk with them, right? Call them up, call up your existing clients, ask them, what are your challenges right now? Where do you need some solutions? Without jumping in to spend thousands of dollars on advertising, get in there now and ask them what their biggest problems are. What do they want to see? How can you be a solution provider for them with what you have? And learning then to tailor what you have in a way that you can up level it and then charge more for it. So these conversations are very, very important rather than, oh, I'm just going to go and create this and then I'm going to launch this and then get all disappointed if it's not going to make that impact that you dreamed about. Okay. So working on what's worked so well so far, working with your current clients to talk to them about that and then asking them what else they need. What did they love about your current service? And asking them, what was the transformation I brought you? What did you see? What was the value to you? Taking this impact and testimonials in your in your sales pitch is really important. So doing this groundwork, talking to people, getting back out there in the field, having conversations is like the golden egg or golden ticket. This is where all the information is. And as women, we're so good at this. I mean, we're so good at networking and going for coffee and just having a conversation, Um, we're really, really good at it. And I think that this would be quite just a walk in the park for you. And you may already be doing this, and this is just coming at a time where it's a useful reminder for you to get back out there and start talking to everyone about what you've been providing over the last few years and what's really been a great benefit for your clients. So creating the new results for your business and your strategy needs to be aligned with these up-leveled leverage offers that you're making with your elevated messaging and branding so that they reflect these higher prices. And you can then attract your next level clients who are ready to purchase. It could be your existing client base who are quite happy to go up to that next level. It could be a brand new niche that comes in that, of course, you want to attract. And they need to see that that price point that you're offering matches that branding, that value, that transformation. And you can do this yourself. You can get a brand agency in to help you. The work I do in my coaching program, I'm working on a personal and business level. So I roll up my sleeves to help you identify this impact, the solution, your next level clients, and then upgrading your existing clients, all based on your personal mindset and growth, but also this business strategy and sitting with you to build that out and monetize it. All exciting stuff. Once you've got all this in place, of course, we're looking at selling yourself in the goddess way, right? Selling yourself in that goddess way, because I know not many of us like selling. Selling is building relationships, okay? It's building relationships with people. what that means is you're going out there to get to know people, right? What they want, what they're interested in, being curious about them. It's actually not about you, not yet, right? It's stepping into your confidence to really have a genuine conversation, an authentic conversation, and not hide. It's embodying the essence and the personality of your service or product that you created. So, for example, in my coaching world, I'm not constantly talking about my coaching. I'm hopefully embodying the personality of confidence, and I'm here for you, and let's make this work. I'm going to roll up my sleeves with you. I work alongside you to help you move up to that next level, redefine yourself. All right. So it's that essence of me because I believe in what I do. And I share this to help others, just as you believe in what you're doing and believing in your product. So knowing that you provide value and you make a difference is key to your buyer and how they hear you and how you can help them, right? It doesn't have to be tons of content. And trust me, I've learned this over 30 years. Everyone's like, create content, create content. And yes, content's good. It helps to define you as an expert or make an impact in your field. But it's really reaching out to people personally, if you can, and via in-mails and emails and all those great things, to stop people in their tracks to say, I want to find out more about you and what you're doing in your business. Let's have a call, discovery call. I want to find out what you're up to, what your problems are, and see if there's a way in which I can help you. Okay. So the number one key for selling yourself in a new way is to be curious about your clients and how you can provide a solution and transformation. And it's important that you avoid going in just to sell yourself and your services. You do not go in off the bat and say, I sell, blah, 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 blah. All right. No, you go in and say, hi, it's good to meet you. Tell me about some of your challenges, right? Discover more about their needs. Do your homework. Go in and say, I read recently that this has been something that's been going on for you, okay? Or I listened to that podcast that you did, or I heard that you did this and it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Really understand their history, any glitches or gaps that you can identify, and then how you would fill that gap. Be useful, be on their side, all right? We're all in business together. So selling yourself in the goddess way also means leveraging your existing clients. Go back into them and past and present, your local community. Talk to them and then say to them, you're bringing in this new service and tailor it in a way that would meet their needs. So you can reinvent, repurpose, and upscale to higher priced services quite creatively. All right, we've got this. Your clients know you, right? They know you and what you can do. Now you're going to show them what you can do next in these conversations that you're having. And before you do that, you want to identify and ask yourself, all right, what's going to be the cost of this build out to up level? All right, what's going to be the cost of this? The cheapest way is to go and speak to people personally, all right, and have interviews and calls with them. But then you're going to market, right? You're going to market, you might have to have staff in place. You've got product development, maybe. You've got manufacture, maybe. If it's a service-based industry, you've got to look at, of course, the structure of this, who's going to sell it for you, and all the marketing. What are your goals with this new product? All right, quarterly, yearly. And of course, what are you going to promote to reach those goals? And what's that ticket price going to be to reach those goals? And most of the time, we are underselling ourselves. We're undercharging what we really should be charging. We're not taking into account what our money goals, quarterly and yearly, that we would like to achieve are. Now, it's being realistic, but we just take into account the manufacturing and marketing. Sometimes we forget those money goals that we have. And as I said earlier, why you want to up level? Why do you want to scale? Well, you want more freedom. So if you want more freedom, you got to charge higher prices. Does the market take that price? Okay. Have you done your research on that pricing? And how many clients are you going to need to say yes? And how many leads are you going to need to get to those clients? And what is your budget? And also your time investment to make this happen. All stuff that I know that we don't want to think about, but very, very important. So here's a simple formula. What's your revenue goal? What's the average sale price that you have right now? Equals the number of clients you need. So for example, let's say you want to make $1 million in revenue this month and your average sale price is $5,000. You will need 200 customers to achieve your goal, correct? However, it's crucial to remember that 200 customers or potential customers do not equal 200 leads. In fact, that should be 200 leads do not equal 200 customers. That's the wrong way around. Because not all leads convert. Some of your leads will take more than a month to turn into customers, and some of these leads may never even convert at all. So using, working with leads, generating leads, we do communities on Instagram, we do posts on LinkedIn and communities, we do Facebook communities, we do YouTube. I mean, all of these are good for product-based services, product-based products, products. Sorry, tongue twister. But not always so good for services, right? Networking, that's another option you can up level with. Are you networking? I mean, we are in the She Talks group. It's a beautiful network of women. We come together. I love it. And our intention or our mission. Choosing professional network groups that specialize in your niche is really important. Getting out to meet other women, hearing about women in business doesn't always generate business, though. It's great for networking, getting to know people and learning. Collaborations are something that I found that work pretty well. Working with other people's groups, okay? Collaborating with other people's groups so that you can offer your service or product that way means you can just jump in with their agreement on what you bring to a ready-made group. Networking with professional associations. I will often go and do seminars. I will often go and do classes or VIP masterclasses with professional associations that define with my niche market. That's another great way of being seen. So using other people's networks is a faster way of generating sales. And then, of course, we've got generating sales with direct sales, lead generation lists, companies that use InMail on LinkedIn, lead generation companies where you actually send out text messages to people, cold texting. That also works. So I find the collaborations and the direct sales with lead generation lists are the fastest ways of generating new business. Webinars, as much as I love doing them, and we're here today, they are always very informative and educational, and it's good to be seen. It's good to promote your expert status and what you're an authority in. You can offer lead magnets at this point for your new product or service. It might not generate immediate sales, but people get to see you, they get to know your face. So as you're looking at leveraging yourself and upscaling and selling in the goddess way, providing solutions and discussing your clients' challenges, really understand the power of your value. Please, please, please. I keep emphasizing this. You are the expert, right? Playing small never served anyone. Do you remember that? You are the expert. Playing small never served anyone. A business expects you to be the expert. No shyness, no hesitation. You're in there to make a difference. That's your job. What is your story? Share your story. I've shared a couple of bits of my story today. People are interested. What's your story? How did you get to where you are? Why do you love doing what you're doing? What's the impact that you love seeing, right? Share your story. What's your unique edge, right? Your life's journey. How have you helped others? Don't be afraid to share this. And testimonials, what have people said about you, what they love about you, what they love about your company. These are really, really important. So start understanding the impact you make, knowing when you've spoken to your clients, what they went on to achieve because of your product or service. All right. It may have been, I'll use the skincare again, and it may be that because this woman had eczema and then she used your product and the eczema cleared up, that she got into a relationship because she put herself on the dating scene. How amazing is that? And then she ended up getting married or found a partner who nourished and nurtured her because of your product, because it improved her skin and gave her confidence. Okay. If you want more profit, you're going to make more impact. That's for sure. Okay. So really, really remember that when you're up leveling. This is your success model, and being true and authentic to who you are. Don't pretend to be anyone else. Be you. Be that valuable, beautiful soul that you are and all that you bring. And people will see and hear you. All right. Because when you do know your value, you don't take things so personally. And in business, as women, we tend to take things personally. And it's not what this is about. In business, we're here to do business. Okay. Something triggers you and you feel that you're taking it personally. Look at that trigger. Why am I taking this personally? What's going on? What is some of the therapy or counseling I could do, self-care work for me to move through that trigger? So here we go. I want you to take a moment to understand the problem you solve and the person you help and the solution that comes with your service. You might want to, if you're watching this recording, just press hold for a while as you work on this particular slide. Name the problem you solve, right? And the person you help and the solution that comes with your service as your elevator pitch. So I empower women entrepreneurs to redefine themselves, scale, and monetize. Okay? I empower women entrepreneurs to redefine themselves, scale, and monetize. What is it that you do? And feel free to email me. You can email me at salternicola@gmail.com and send me in, put She Talks Breaking the Mold presentation, and drop me a note about your empowerment statement, your mission statement, your sales pitch, and I'll have a look at it and get back to you. Okay, so take some time with this and understanding the need to polish up what you may already have. Polish it up. What you had a few years ago may not stand now because of the way things change and what's trending. Okay, so your superpower, embody it. Please embody your superpower and leverage it because it builds confidence and self-belief. I know it's challenging to sell yourself, but I want you to imagine yourself as the vessel, right? You're a vessel offering information to help and provide a way forward that your client has not anticipated before, right? So you are a vessel. You're not taking things personally. You're believing in your offering. You're providing solutions, and you're curious. Also know your competitors, okay? Research what other people are doing, offering similar services to you and what they're offering and how you can do it better and offer more value. Don't get put off by them, all right? They're your competitors, but we can learn so much through our competitors and what they're doing. And not get into that imposter syndrome, okay? It's all about research, looking at what they do, looking at what you do differently and how you can sell that differently. Okay, so those are the three up levels, the inner and then the outer, and then defining your authority. If you want to grab my free ebook, sign up on my website, nicolasalter.com, and you'll be receiving newsletters and emails and just useful monthly information. I'm not going to flood your inbox, I promise you. But this revolutionizing success, a new era for women entrepreneurs, is a quick read, a great reminder of what we've been discussing today. And I think you'll find it really useful in terms of your mindset work and then also your strategy for up leveling. Now, today I'm really excited to offer out to you a bonus strategy and discovery call where we spend about 45 minutes together going through your business, me understanding your challenges and the solutions you're looking for, helping you to define your impact and value. I will talk to you about the Redefine Yourself program that I offer, where I work with you and lay out everything for you and with you, a new direction. Perhaps you're not quite sure what to what level, improve self belief, how to accomplish this new direction that we decide on and monetize and scale it in a sustained way. All of which is based on your values and your community and the intuition and that fulfillment that you want to make with this new direction. And sometimes people come to me, women come to me because they are happy with the business and where it's going, but they want to step into a new horizon. You know, they want to broaden their horizon and get out into the community more and spread a message that's actually aligned with their business, but isn't so much a product, but it's actually promoting their business at the same time. So many women come to me for different things. They want to create more passive income alongside what they're doing. They want to redefine their career. They want to build more confidence. They want to open up to having a relationship in their life. They want to create more business and impact their bottom line. So whatever's going on for you and you feel you have a challenge, don't hesitate to reach out because I'd be very happy to talk with you and discuss what your challenges are. You can email me at salternicola@gmail.com or reach out at that Calendly link there. All right. There's a reset program I also offer. This is an online program. If you're interested, it's also special for today. 7 easy, effective tools to help you manage your stress and build resilience to what's going on in your life. Everyone has stress, right? So it's how do you manage this? How do you regulate your reactions? Well, this is an easy online program that shows you all the tools that I use to help you reset your mindset and step into that growth mindset that's really going to help your business and move you away from those triggers and stress and overwhelm so that you can run your business in the way that excites you and impact that bottom line in terms of what you want to achieve. I've also got a 3-hour VIP masterclass coming your way soon. Email me to find out how that is going to work and what date it's going to be. I'm going to help you identify what makes you the expert, define the value and impact you make with your customers, and learn methods becoming this solution provider that I've talked about today. It's a 3-hour VIP group masterclass for She Talks members. I'm going to help you identify those personal barriers and how to release them. All right. And we're going to also look at elevating your elevator pitch. And usually it's $399. We now, I'm offering a discount for $299. And as I said, if you want to attend this and find out the date, I would love for you to be there. I think you're going to find it very valuable. So email me again so I can send you the information at salternicola@gmail.com. Finally, if you're into podcasts, jump onto my podcast. I'd love you to follow it and leave a comment if you enjoy it. Ange Matthews is the CEO of Leader Source, and she was currently on my season 2 talking about the power of your woo. And I was fortunate to be voted one of the best British female podcast startups. And Julie Ducharme was also, as we all know, Julie was also on my podcast a number of months ago. We had a great interview, which I think you would enjoy. And you can find the podcast at nicolasalter.com, or you can find them on Spotify, Amazon, they're everywhere. So I hope you enjoy listening to that. I've enjoyed being with you today. Thank you so much for listening. Please reach out if you have any questions. Delighted to help you. And again, you can reach me at nicolasalter.com or reach me at salternicola@gmail.com. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And good luck with your up level. I'm excited for you. Go show everyone what you are made of. See you soon. Take care.